would you say, you've been in business for a few years now, what would you say has been the craziest time that you've had? Let's say something that really almost threw you off, maybe even made you think, I'm going to carry this on. Have you ever had any sort of experiences like that?
No, things got really hard in the beginning when you don't know how to sell. Because I had to sell, I kind of had a little bit from my little bit of businesses, young ages and all, motorcycle tradings and things. But when you really found it hard, is back in 2014 and all, like when you have no other way to even make money.
So was that the start?
Yeah, it was really, I was like, jobs are not for me. I'm getting fired and never, like typical stuff. Like I'm not doing a job. Like jobs are fine. I wasn't enjoying that. I wasn't seeing a future. And I was always asking a question, what can I figure out that I can do from the internet, wherever I'm based, from a PC and scale it. So early days, things get hard for anybody. When things get really hard, people should just stick to that. I don't believe in quitting. Like anything can work out. Like people, if you just think like, if you believe on it, if you put the time and if you think like, okay, this is what I started because I believed it was good. People give up easily these days. People, when things get harder, and then you're like, and then you go back to that they hated anyway, that they didn't like anyway, right? Because when you do a thing that's hard, which I believe in life, like you can really eventually come to that ultimate self-actualization. However, world is going to test you so much. World is going to test you to test that. Do you even deserve it? It's going to test you so much. Ultimately, it gives you, like when you build a business or you've been a part of the tribe and the stuff, you're going to feel like all the distractions are going to come. You're going to feel distractions will come. Oh, I could just do this one and better off to do this job or do this thing I was doing anyway, which is I'll just make a living. That's not going to give you the ultimate payback and that self-actualization, fulfillment. If you just hold on to this, because world has a way, I believe, it's rewards. A person really goes on the thing. Go on, put in the hours, put in the years and be with the people you are with. It is going to ultimately be the thing. A lot of people fall off, end up by themselves, really.
Of course, I mean, it is hard to push through, especially when you feel like it's not going your way. But it's like you said, it's throwing away, isn't it? You're throwing away wasted time.
Choose to do, if you have slightest enjoying, if you choose it because you had enjoyment, you liked it, right? If you in a calling said like, okay, this is something I would like to do, you just do not want to give up. You find it out, you learn it. You ultimately, if you become the best at what you do in the world, in your world, you have to be the best at what you do, right? Absolutely. And then the ball starts rolling. Ball is gonna, and you learn it, you evolve, you put in the more time, you make it, you tweak it, you adjust it, and all those things, and eventually it comes to such a sweet spot. It just becomes like, it's the best confidence I've seen. I've seen some people, like even with me, like they went to start their web design agency, they gave up. They're like, oh, I can't learn. No, man, cut down your other parts of the life, then spending, and kind of squeeze into this one.
Concentrate on something.
And really think like, I can't crush it on it.
Yeah.
I want to create, ultimately people want to build this like their own freedom level of doing what they really enjoy.
Yeah. I mean, one of the quotes there, and I don't often quote this guy, so I'm not a massive fan, but Andrew Tate has said a few times when people have said, oh, how can I get to the gym and get really big easily?
Yeah.
He goes, why does everything have to be easy? Like, why do you think everything's going to be easy for you to achieve?
Yeah.
He goes, getting to the way that you want isn't easy, and that's the whole point.
If it is easy, it's going to get boring anyway, because if it's easy, everybody else is going to doing it. It's the attraction is not there. Like, so you are even not going to be attracted to that one. If it is easy, a lot of people are going to do. There's not going to be demand for you to be the best, and it's not even worth it. Because if it's easy, like, there is no demand, there is no money for it.
Well, people go, oh, on YouTube, I see these videos, they're terrible, and they get like millions of views. They're not. Somebody's put a huge amount of time to make it look.
Even if it is a dancing video on like a nice ass or whatever the thing, right? They worked it out.
Of course they have.
They worked it out. They took a chance. They worked it out. They worked out their body. They took the chance of doing the surgery.
Yeah.
They took the hardship on it, and so they deserve it. So people did their surgeries, made sure they're peeling good and everything. Their videos blow up. People want to see. That's the thing. It's not just being lucky, getting lucky. It should not be easy. If it is easy, like I would say, like not many are going to even have a chance in the market.
Yeah. I was going to say it is about persistence. Really, and that's usually what pays off. Like I watch a lot of little clips and stuff, and most of the quite rich people do say, they go, there isn't a get rich quick scheme. Everyone seems to think or want to be and people make money off selling ideas. You know, like these TikTok videos you see, they're like, make 10,000 a month.
That's
fake.
It's
It's
so fake.
It's terrible. Like nothing is easy like that. You have to work hard and you have to be continuous, and then like you might not even notice that first bit of where you're getting more successful. You know, suddenly it hits you that actually you've got to that point.
Yeah.
And they all pretty much say the same sort of thing. You know, none
like
of them say
lot people ask, like, I felt some of the bloggers, because they read it and they started and they like after third blog or so, how am I going to make money out of it? It's not really making money blogging or anything. It's not even an easy thing at all. It just has such a work to be done, because then everybody would be trying to do that. There is no money to be made, because if the supply and demand is not there, like if it is like so many houses available, house value is going to be down. Right? If the houses that are going to be, everybody has like several houses available, houses no going to be valuable. So it should be hard, I believe. And then being hard is actually good, because I for me and this country, I had to work out the way. The hardest way, it got super hard. I mean, then that's the best training. I now look back. I was not that angry. I was like, what the fuck? Like, I wish I was from here. So
did you find it hard when you first come here?
Not when I first came here, especially when you had decided to, I want to build a business. I want to create that freedom, ultimate life that you feel free, right? That was really hard. So, and now it's like the best training I get. I learned to sell. I learned how to do the stuff. I put in the time. I've stayed up all night, and I learned it, and now I'm really glad it was hard. I wish I knew that time it's going to be good right now. Then I would have been like doing it without even kind of like having a little tough time. But that's how the world really works, you know. So when things are hard, some thrive, some leave, some give up, some run away, and the people who really thrive toward hardship make it to that sweet spot that they will enjoy the life at the highest level.
So guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment if you've got any questions for me and Fernando. And of course, if you want to catch up all of our episodes, head on over to seekahost.co.uk/business podcast, where you're going to be able to find all the information to join us, see our other episodes, and find out more about our special guests.